What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're gonna do 5 things I love and hate about the Micra. Now first of all, I'm gonna explain what the Micra is because it wasn't sold in the US. It's basically the cheapest car that money can buy. So this one, a 2015 model, base model, sold new for under 10,000 Canadian dollars. New, I think they're closer to around 12 just because, you know, you have to have backup camera and that kind of stuff. But even if you do the conversion, it's still a very inexpensive car. And yeah, it's tiny, and I kind of love it, I kind of hate it. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I love about this tiny machine is the fuel economy. As you can see here, I average, there, maybe you can see that, 6.4 liters per 100 kilometers, which in miles per gallon is this. Effectively, what that great fuel economy gets me is every 400, 450 kilometers, or this many miles, I have to refuel this beast, and it costs about $30, which is pretty great, not gonna lie. So for the second thing I love about this mighty Micra, it would have to be the size and maneuverability. This thing is tiny, you can park it anywhere, place it wherever you want. It's so easy to park, drive in the city, everything. I just love that it's a tiny little car and you can put it wherever you want.
One thing to add, it will do a U-turn in 1 lane.
True. The next thing I love about this particular Micra is that it's a base model. You may think, why do I love that? It has nothing, and I think that's kind of hilarious. So if you look, you have manual mirrors, manual door locks, not electronic, manual windows, manual transmission, no AC, absolutely nothing. You do everything yourself, and I kind of like that because it makes the car lighter and cheaper. It just makes it unique compared to anything else of its age. So yeah, what do you think? The next thing I love about this car is the cost of ownership. Insurance is dirt cheap considering my age. Now I already went over fuel economy, repairs, consumables, all that kind of stuff. This car basically costs nothing to run. Like, it's great. Exactly, 0. And probably the last thing that I love about this car is just the fact that it exists. Like, you can get a small, cheap car with no options, warranty and all that, not a whole lot of money. That's a rare thing these days, and I don't know. It's something that I think we should reconsider going forward. As for things that I hate about this car, the number one thing I hate about it would have to be that this 4-cylinder Force of the Fury is dog shit slow. This car only makes about 110 horsepower on its best days, and it weighs roughly 2,300 pounds. So figure an early NA Miata with the 1.6 liter, but with all the options, it's about that fast. 0 to 60 happens. I got bored of counting at 11 seconds. It's just slow, but it can still be fun to drive if you just send it. And the second thing I hate most about this car, I know I said I love the exterior dimensions, but that comes at a cost, and that's interior space. So if you look at us, neither of us are particularly large guys. No. We are nearly shoulder to shoulder, which in itself wouldn't be a problem. Yep. But the issue is, they put a 3rd seat in the back for some reason. So I want to see which 3 people are going to fit back there.
So just picture this. Now, believe it or not, we have put some of the boys back here. So look at my shoulders. Don't mind my pom-pom getting squished. But like, there is this much space on the seat next to me. Like, and your boy ain't wide.
Yeah,
like,
he ain't thick.
I don't got a wide body kit on me, so like, yeah, it looks great on the outside, but there's yeah, passenger cargo room is at a minimum.
And that's putting it mildly. The next thing I hate about this car is that it's just not suitable for highway driving. Like, if you're cruising on the highway, even here in Canada where we have lower speed limits than what you would see in the US, your engine's turning 4,000 RPM. That's just not suitable. I bet if you were in, let's say, Texas, where some highways are 85 miles an hour, you regularly see people doing 90. This car just couldn't do it for an extended period of time, which really is a shame because I do enjoy highway driving, and this car just simply isn't up to the task, especially without cruise control. But it is what it is. That's the sacrifice you pay for having great fuel economy. And my next huge complaint with this car is simply the lack of interior storage. So as you see, you have 2 cup holders there, one there. There's a little cubby here where I have some gum. There's these suggestions of side pockets. I have some cloths and gloves. Apparently you can fit stuff in here, but you aren't putting the window down if you do. And then you also have your glove box. So, and that is it. That's all you have. You have a single closing storage area, and that's it. And that even extends to the back of the car. You see it's a mess. Well, I do have 3 snow brushes for some reason, and a blanket. But there's also all this crap I have back here too. In all my other cars, I was able to fit all that underneath the storage floor where you keep your spare tire and that kind of stuff. This car, there simply just isn't enough space. So you just kind of have to leave stuff out in the open. Like you can see here, I've got my masks and all that there, and it's just not a great situation on interior storage with this car. And the last thing that I hate about this car is that it isn't a Micra Cup car. At least it isn't yet.
Thank you for watching this episode of Scully Productions. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you Americans watching learned something about a car that does not exist in your country. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We out.